Dear students, welcome to this online class. Today we will learn and appreciate the poem Aunt Jennifer's Tigers written by Adrienne Rich. In this, Aunt Jennifer makes a tapestry which we can call an embroidery work on a piece of cloth with tigers moving about without any fear of the men standing beneath the tree. In a way, she brings out her sublimated feelings in this poem. Let's read the poem and appreciate the poem now. I have included a small video to give you an understanding of a tapestry. Come, let's read and appreciate it.
Adrienne Rich, 1929 to 2012, was an American poet, essayist, and feminist. She was known as one of the most widely read and influential poets of the second half of the 20th century. Adrienne was credited with bringing the oppression of women to the forefront of poetic discourse. Introduction. In this poem, the poet talks about a lady whom she addresses as Aunt Jennifer and describes her ordeals in a married life. She has tried to explore the inner feelings of a woman who is living under the dominance of men. Watch this video before we move on to appreciate the poem. Let's now read the poem. Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen, bright toppers denizens of a world of green. They do not fear the men beneath the tree. They pace in sleek, chivalric certainty. Aunt Jennifer's fingers fluttering through her wool find even the ivory needle hard to pull. The massive weight of Uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. When Aunt Jennifer is dead, her terrified hands will lie, still ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. Students, now let's appreciate the poem. Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen, bright toppers denizens of a world of green. Let's look at the word meanings so that we understand these lines better. Prance means to spring on hind legs. Topaz means yellowish brown gemstone. Denizens means inhabitants of a place. Here, topaz denizens are the tigers in the forest. Let's read these lines once again. Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen, bright topaz denizens of a world of green. Aunt Jennifer is doing some embroidery. She is creating a forest scene with tigers and men. Thus, the first stanza opens with Aunt Jennifer's visual tapestry of tigers. Tapestry means a heavy cloth with decorative designs. As I told you, the tigers are jumping across a screen, the tapestry that she is creating through her needlework. These forest dwellers look like yellow shining topaz. I hope these lines are very clear to you now. Let's now read the last two lines of the first stanza. They do not fear the men beneath the tree. They pace in sleek, chivalric certainty. What do we have in the tapestry? We have tigers springing about, and also you have men standing beneath the tree. What do we have? We have tigers jumping across the screen, and we too have men standing beneath the tree. And these tigers are not afraid of the men standing beneath the tree. Let's now see a few words' meanings. Pace means move leisurely. Sleek means elegant or smooth. Chivalric means polite and brave. Certainty means confidence. They do not fear the men beneath the tree. They pace in sleek, chivalric certainty. They here stands for the tigers on the panel or in the tapestry. In the tapestry we have tigers springing about and also men standing beneath the tree. We get the impression that the tigers are not at all afraid of the men standing beneath the tree. These bright topaz denizens evoke an image that these tigers are unafraid of other beings in the jungle. There is a sense of certainty and confidence in the way these tigers move, as can be seen in the line. They pace in sleek, chivalric certainty. The tigers, the inhabitants of dense green forests, where they move about freely and fearlessly. The tigers are symbols of strength and self-confidence. And Jennifer, on the other hand, stands for a timid woman silently suffering at the hands of her husband. The two words in the first stanza, denizens and chivalric, refer to the characteristics of this wild beast, the tiger. The tigers are called chivalric. This indicates the majestic and honorable position that they occupy in the world of animals. Let's now move on to the second stanza. And Jennifer's fingers fluttering through her wool, and even the ivory needle hard to pull. In this stanza, the reality of Aunt Jennifer is revealed as she is feeble, weak, and enslaved, very much the opposite of the tigers she was knitting. Let's now see the meaning of the word fluttering. Fluttering means moving. We can also say as trembling, moving or trembling. And Jennifer is so weak that her fingers cannot hold tightly even the ivory needle. And Jennifer's fingers, fluttering through her wool, find even the ivory needle hard to pull. What do these lines mean? And Jennifer has had bitter experiences of married life. The unkind behavior of her husband told badly upon her health and happiness. That's the reason why her fingers are too weak to pull even the needle through the woolen panel. Friends, you know, knitting is not a very hard task. Still, Aunt Jennifer finds it very, very difficult. That shows that she is not in good health. She even finds the ivory needle these ivory needles are used for knitting. She finds it hard to pull. Let's move on. The massive weight of uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. We know that the wedding ring does not weigh much, but it is mentioned here the massive weight of uncle's wedding band. Let's see the meaning of the word massive. Massive means huge. The huge weight of uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. Let's read these lines once again. The massive weight of uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. Students, I have already told you that the wedding ring doesn't weigh much, it's very light. But Aunt Jennifer finds the wedding band a big burden. The massive weight of uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon a hand. It signifies the amount of dominance of her husband has exercised over her. This also means that her inner free spirit has been jailed by the patriarchal society. In these lines we understand that Aunt Jennifer is a meek and submissive woman. She bears silently the cross of marriage. The uncle perhaps is very dominating and insensitive to her feelings. Old unpleasant memories might have hardened her limbs. This checked the free movement of her fingers. What is suggested by the image, massive weight of uncle's wedding band? It could be Jennifer's marriage has been an utter failure. She was subjected to mental and physical torture, yet she bore it all meekly. The wedding band refers to the wedding ring. It is symbolic of the burden and hardship which she suffered. We move on to the third stanza now. When Aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie, still ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. Here we are told Aunt Jennifer will not be free from fear even after her death. Let's see the meanings of a few words now. Terrified means frightened, still, motionless. Ordeals means severe tests or trials. Mastered means dominated. Mastered means dominated. Write down these meanings, these words and their meanings in your notebook. We read once again. When Aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie, still ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. The last stanza starts on a creepy note about Aunt Jennifer's death. Even her death would not free her from the ordeal she went through, which can be seen in when Aunt is dead, her terrified hands will be still ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. Unpleasant and hard experience of her married life will haunt her even after her departure from the world. Their signs will still be visible on her old fingers. We are given to understand in these lines that the aunt will carry the scars of her unhappy marriage even to her grave. There will be the rings of torture or the marriage ring on her hand. Thus, Even after her death, Anne carried a fear of her husband, as she would yet bear the burden of the wedding band on her finger. The ordeals faced by her in an oppressive marriage would continue to terrify her. What are the ordeals here? Aunt Jennifer has been living her life in accordance with the rules laid down by her husband. Her life lacks expression and is overburdened by the demands and duties of her married life. Although old and weak, she still has to face her husband's oppression. These are the ordeals that the poet talks about in the poem. We move on to the last two lines of the poem. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. Students, we saw that Aunt Jennifer was making some decorative work on a piece of cloth. Her artwork, which was her escape route, or in a way, her inner sense of freedom, will stay forever, proud and unafraid. Even after her death, the tigers will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. And we know these tigers are made by the Aunt Jennifer on a piece of cloth. It is a work of embroidery, or we can call it as a tapestry. And I told you, tapestry is a needlework on a piece of cloth. In other words, the tigers embroidered by Aunt Jennifer will go on jumping ahead, proud and unafraid. We know life is short, but art lives longer, even after the ultimate departure of the Creator. Here, the creator of this artwork is Aunt Jennifer. Even after her death, the tigers which she created on a panel or her artwork will live forever, or it will outlive the Creator. The tigers will jump merrily, proudly and fearlessly forever in the panel. Students, why did Aunt Jennifer create tigers? The possible answer could be, Aunt Jennifer created tigers on her screen to express a suppressed desire for freedom and fearlessness. Art is the only way to express her heart out. She embroidered her suppressed desires in the shape of fearless and free tigers. She created tigers to show how she would like her life to be. Maybe by creating tigers, she wanted to depict that she was also like tigers once, proud and brave, but circumstances made her weak and meek. Hope you have understood the poem and you are able to appreciate it. Now, before we move on to the summary of the poem, I will just show you a small video to give you some understanding of a tapestry. What a tapestry is, I think this video will make it very clear to you. Okay? The poet is describing a lady whom she addresses as Aunt Jennifer. She says that Aunt Jennifer is making an embroidery on a piece of cloth which could be a tablecloth or a wall hanging. She has designed it with beautiful tigers which are walking fearlessly in the green forest. She has described their beauty by comparing them with a precious yellow stone known as topaz. The tigers appear bright yellow in the green backdrop of the forest. They are fearless and they are not affected by the presence of men. Here we can sense the contrast of behavior between the tigers and Anne herself. Though the tigers designed by her are fearless, she herself is afraid of her husband. Further, the poet says, the tigers are proud and fearless citizens of the forest. They are walking in a confident way and elegantly. The poet then describes the fear of Aunt Jennifer towards her husband. She says that while she is making the embroidery, her fingers are quivering with fear of her husband. She does not enjoy the freedom to do anything as per her wish. She is scared doing the embroidery too and fears his wrath. It has become difficult for her to pull her needle up and down. Then she describes the wedding ring which was given by uncle to Aunt Jenny on their wedding day. She says that it is a kind of a burden for her to wear this ring. She has been tortured by her husband so much that the wedding ring, which could have been a beautiful gift for her, seems like a burden to her. She has faced so many difficulties in her married life that the little ring is described as a heavy band on her trembling fingers. This means that the ring is associated with terrible and frightening experiences in the form of torture that she has faced because of her husband's dominating behavior. The poet says that one can easily sense Anne's desire for freedom and fearlessness through her design of tigers. Further, she says that it is not possible for the Anne to achieve this freedom during her lifetime. She will attain it only after her death. The irony of her life is that still she will be tied up with shackles in the form of her husband's wedding ring even after her death. Her hands will be still, but it will still be ringed with the ordeals she had undergone in the form of the wedding band. The ring was the sole proof of the tortures which she had faced from her husband. On the other hand, there are the tigers designed by Aunt Jennifer, which will always depict her desire of living a fearless life by jumping proudly and bravely on the piece of cloth. With this, we end this poem, Aunt Jennifer's Tiger. Study well, prepare well for your exams. Keep safe.